Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a BYOP for the month of January. So if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. Before I get into that though, if you're new here, please remember to hit that subscribe button and let's hop into the video. All right, so I think it was back in 2021, I did monthly BYOPs. And they were inspired by the Harry Potter book covers. I think I maybe did one or two in 2022, and then obviously in 2023, I really did not do them. But I want to start doing them and just creating monthly palettes to use. There goes Poppy. And so for this month, I didn't really have a color story in mind. So I thought I would go back kind of to my BYOP roots and do a palette inspired by a book cover. All right, and so for the month of January, I'm going to be inspired by this book. I might not do books every month to be inspired by it, but I am doing it for this month, and I decided to go with Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison. This is one of my favorite series I have ever read. It is so good. If you like romance novels, you will like this one. I think it's fantastic. There are 3 books published. One is coming out this year in 2024. The last one, which I'm so excited by. So I am going to be inspired by this cover. I really like this mintiness, but then it also has depth with the navy blue. You got some neutrals, and then you've got this pop of like a burnt orange color. And I just think it's really, really beautiful. And I would highly recommend checking out this novel if you like romance books. It is fantastic, a very small town Gilmore Girls vibes. This one is a fake dating romance, which is one of my favorite tropes. So if that sounds like something you'd like, I would recommend this series. But I'm gonna have this off to the side, so you probably won't be able to see it much in the video, but I'm gonna have that to reference. I got my big bin of palettes right over here, and we're gonna just start going through and pulling shades out. I am gonna go for a 12 pan color story, and we'll go from there. Okay, so starting out, we've got, here, let me zoom out just a tad. So starting out, this is one of my Davina palettes, and I think we have a good contender here. This is the shade Water Mist, and I will do swatches closer to the end. This is one of their, I forget what the formula is called, but it is kind of more of a satin, but a really, really pretty inner corner highlight, so I think this is a good one to pull in for that. Otherwise, I don't think I need to pull anything else out of this palette. I don't really see any colors that I think would fit the color story, and I think I only need one inner corner highlight. Maybe I'll pull this one out just in case to go with the peachy tones. This is Verdant Frost, and it's from that same collection. So I'm gonna pull this out, and I think that's it for this stack of palettes. Next up, this is my palette of Davina mattes. And these green tones don't really work. I think this could be a contender. What is this one? I think it's London Fog. Yeah, we've got London Fog. I don't know if it's focusing. There we go. I also think this could be a contender, this Jaded shade. I think that kind of works with the darker greens and blues in the palette. So that's an option. And then I think that is it. I could maybe bring out this peachy tone, but I don't think I want to do that. So we have this Davina palette as well. Where is the tab? Okay. Let's see. Like, I could bring out some of these neutrals over here. I could bring out some of the darker blues, but I don't think I want to bring the darker blues out for a lid shade. I don't know. I think this one could be a good one to go with those neutral tones. This is Tucana from Davina. Again, apologies if you hear Poppy tip-tapping. It is what it is. I need to film, and she just can't stop tippy-tapping. So I think I'm gonna skip the darker blues in this palette. I don't really want those for the shimmers. I want to keep this pretty light. Let me just double check. Actually, I changed my mind. I do want to bring something out. I'm gonna bring out, I believe this is, yeah, Half Sea Fog. I think this is a really pretty mint shade that, you know, you see on the majority of the cover. So we'll pull that out. All right, we got 4 shimmers and 2 mattes so far. So I'm gonna start pulling out some mattes. I'm gonna skip this palette. What do we have in here? These are mostly shimmers, and these are my Shine by SD shades. And I'm thinking I will skip these for now. I may come back to this if I want to pull in another neutral shimmer. Let's see, I need to find my matte palettes. These are Face products. I know my Dandelions Co. shades are somewhere. Is it this palette? Yes, okay. Let's see. So I think we have this shade right here. This is Flambe. I have not filmed an overhead video in a long, long time, so bear with me. I think this pairs with those burnt orange tones really well. I think I'll also bring in this one. This is Creamsicle. That'll go nicely with that shade. And I think that'll be it. Let me pull out this palette, and I will want to come to my Cleona shades. Yeah, these are my Cleona shades. I'll come back to those. I'm looking for, this is empty. Let's see. Yes, here are some of my Lethal mattes. Let's see. I think I want to pull out some of these over here. Let's go for this one. I think this will complement the other tones I've pulled out. This is Yonder, which is a really pretty blue shade. And then maybe we'll pull out this one if it allows me to. This is Venom. It is just one of their basic shimmer shades. That's a good option. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then I think I'll pull out this shade. This is Deceit, which I think will be good for that dark navy shade. I think that's good on those. And good on the mattes. I'm just gonna pull out these and see if I really want to pull anything out of here. I don't think so. What's in here? Nothing. I have a lot of empty palettes now that I've moved shadows to bigger palettes. You can't see what I'm doing on screen, but I don't think I need anything from this Lethal palette. And what's in here? This, okay, this could have some interesting shades. This is I haven't done any content around this, but this I did a Lethal Cosmetics BYOP. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shades. So I need one more. Do any of these shades. Some of the warmer tones I think would work. But I don't think I really need to pull anything. Do I like this blue more than this blue? Huh. I don't know. This one's slightly lighter. This one has a little bit of purpleness to it, but I think I like that with the other shade. So I'm gonna skip that for right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this palette and then my Cleona palette, and I think we will have our color story. This is a Adept palette that has all my Sydney Grace shades. So on one side, I've got my mattes, and on the other side, we've got my shimmers. So I am gonna look at both of these. I think, so this is a really nice kind of minty shade, but I don't know that it goes with the other mattes I selected. This is Honeydew. So I think I'm gonna skip that. I think I like the mattes. Well, I might pull this out. We'll see. I'm gonna pull that out, and then I'm gonna pull out this navy because I think that might be a better option than the Lethal one. This is Thrilled from Sydney Grace. And then I don't know that I'll use this, but I'm gonna pull it out. This is I think this is peanut butter cookie from Sydney Grace. Got this, I think, in a mystery bag this year, so I'm gonna pull that out. I just realized I said this is my side of mattes, and I have one shimmer over here. Oh well, it's kind of like a satin, so we'll keep it there. And then here are my shimmers. Hello. These are my shimmers from Lethal, and really I'm just looking at these more minty shades. This one's like a silvery mint. mint chocolate chip cookie. Are you focusing? I'm just comparing it with the palette. It's not exact, but I am gonna pull it out. And then I think I'm also gonna pull out this shade, Green Mango, which is like a mint with some gold flecks in it. So I think that's all. I could pull out this shade, but I don't really want to. So I'm gonna pull that out. What is in here? Nothing. And then this, oh yeah, those are my dandelions. Yeah, I don't need anything in here. And then these are my Glam Shop, which I don't think I'm gonna use for this palette. Okay. So this is my Cleona palette. I have a few shades missing, but I know that these don't really match the color story, so I'm gonna not worry about those. So my first thought is to maybe pull out this one. It's very similar to this shade Lineage, which is in my Battleship Project pan. I just haven't put it back yet, but it is a nice minty shade. I think it will go really, yeah, it looks so good with the cover. Okay, so this is the shade Ripple. That's a nice minty shade. I don't really have any navy shades here. They're more brighter blues. So maybe some of the warmer tones or teals, like this shade could be nice. This shade could be nice. Not exactly matching the cover, but I think it would be nice. Same with some of these. Let me think. And this could be a nice one too. This palette is such a pain to get shadows out. Let's see. I'm taking a peek at my shimmers. Let me think of some warm tones. I hate that it's in the middle, but I think this shade could be nice. Maybe, I want to pull this orange tone, but it's not really in the cover. Yeah, I want this shade, unfortunately. There's like no rhyme or reason to this palette, honestly. Hopefully I used this shade because that was annoying to get out. This is Flare. It is a glitter multi-chrome. I think that'll be a nice addition. And then, yeah, I think, that shade, or that shade. Or maybe this shade. Let's see. This is Wall of Ivy. This is one of my favorite shades. I think this could be, yeah, I like that one. Okay, I think that's it, and I have more than 12 shades now, so we need to narrow some things down. Okay, I think you can see everything. This is what we're working with. I've got my empty palette right here. Okay. Okay, let's get started. So these are the mattes, and these are the shimmers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 shimmers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, no. 11 shimmers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mattes. Okay, again, I'm gonna try and figure out the best setup for this going forward, but this is what we're working with today. One shade I know absolutely for sure is I'm gonna bring in Water Mist from Divina. This is just, it's gotta go with the palette, it has to. So that's gonna be my inner corner shade for sure. I definitely want to bring in Ripple. I just think looking at it with the cover, it is gorgeous. Maybe I'll put that like somewhere in the middle. We can adjust. Let's see. That is similar to that shade, but okay. Let's think about the mattes. I think this might be a touch warm for what I want. This is that Honeydew shade, so that's a maybe. I think I do want to bring in these, the Jaded and London Fog from Divina. I just think that they really go well together. Maybe I'll put Ripple there. In terms of the warm tones, because I definitely want to pull those in, I think they had something interesting. I think I will bring in all 3 of these warm tone shades. This one is the kind of transition shade for me. This is Peanut Butter Cookie. And then we've got Creamsicle and Flambe. I think that kind of completes those warm tones here. And then I think I will definitely do, yeah, I will do Flare right here, and that's kind of bridging the gap between the warm and the cool tones. Maybe I'll zoom you in a little bit more. Now, okay, I definitely want a few more shimmers. Now that I have it starting to be laid out, I don't know that I love this, is it Verdant Frost? Yeah, Verdant Frost as much with these, so I think I will skip that one for sure. And then for the deepening shade, yeah, I think Thrilled from Sydney Grace is the better option, so I'm gonna stick that there. And then I don't know that I need these other lethal shades. Yonder, and then I think it was Deceit. Yeah, Deceit. So I think I'm gonna put these to the side. And now that I have things out as well, I don't know that I want this shade Tucana. I don't know that it's the best fit, so I'm gonna skip on that. So I think we can add some other green shades, minty shades. So we've got Wall of Ivy. I think that's really, really pretty, and I think it goes with the palette really well. Now, do I want to double check for some more of these corally burnt orange shades? I don't think I need this shade anymore. Venom, I don't think I need that. And then I don't think that this really goes with the palette anymore. This is Green Mango. So I think I can sit on that. So what I have remaining are these 2, Half Sea Fog from Davina, and then this is Mint Chocolate Chip Cookie. And I just feel like this shade is a little bit similar to Ripple. Like, it's not exact, but I think it's kind of like a good combination of the 2 Cliono shades I pulled out. So I'm gonna skip that, and I think I'm going to skip Mint Chocolate Chip too. So I need to pull out 2 more shades. What is this? I did say I would come back to this one. These are my, oops, let me zoom back out. These are my Shine by SD shades. So let's see. This is Diatreme. That is from the Seeking Shifts. The shade is Break of Dawn. And then we also have this one. This is Celeste. I don't know that Celeste really fits with the cover. I'm not in love with Diatreme. I find it, you know, it's kind of a satin. Break of Dawn, I think could be a really good one. So I'm gonna add that there. What else could we pull in? I don't know if I want a cool toned or a warm tone. Maybe I'll do a more traditionally iridescent shade here. Let me find that palette. Where did I put it? I also have this Davina palette we could look at. Let's see, let's see. Gosh, so many choices. Okay, here is where all my iridescent shades are from Davina. And Papadoodle is back. So let's pull out something. This is Zira. This is Esmeralda. We could do Aylin. Cavity. I think those are some good options. And then this, if we didn't want to do an inner corner shade, I'm wondering if no, I just don't think any of these really fit. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do one of these iridescent shades. This one is Esmeralda. It's kind of like a pinky red. I don't know that it's the best fit because it's more of like a pink red. This one is Zira, which has a bit of an orange shift to it. So I feel like it could be a little bit more fitting and complementary. This one is Aylin. And you can't really tell, it's just like a really light shift. And then this one is Cavity, which is more pink. You really can't tell. I think I want to go like that. And then, okay, that's Zira. And then that would be Aylin. I think I'm gonna go with Zira. Okay. I feel good with this. I think I'm going to put the shadows I have on the side away, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of rearranging. Okay, so now we can rearrange this a little bit more. I think it might be flipped for you. This is gonna be the top, and this is gonna be the bottom for me. And like, in a way, I like this kind of like half green, half warm tones, but there's something just a bit off for me. I think maybe it's all the shimmers in the middle. So I'm going to, let's see, I'll move London Fog and shift this over. And then I'm gonna shift the top two warm tones. And I think I like that a little bit better, but I think I'll move those two. Okay, I think I like that a lot better. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. So let me flip it around for you. And this is the finished BYOP for January. I love how this came out. I think it's absolutely beautiful. We've got a mixture of nice indie shades. And yeah, let me pull out the book. Again, bear with me as I am not used to filming overhead. It's been quite some time, so bear with me. Okay. I think we're good here. So we've got the cover and we've got the palette. I think it turned out perfect. I think, you know, not all of these tones are exactly in the cover, but they're inspired by it. They're similar enough. And I'm really excited about this palette. Maybe I'll do the rest of the books in this series when each of these take place in a different season. So this is like the winter one. Maybe in the spring, I'll do the spring one. And we'll do summer in the summer one. And then the last book takes place in fall. It's coming out in June. So maybe in September or something, we could do a color story inspired by that one. We'll see. But I'm really, really happy with this palette. So oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if you hear Poppy. But yeah, once again, here is the palette, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take some swatches, or do some swatches, and then I'll be back to show you those swatches. All right, so here are the swatches, and going from my wrist toward my elbow, we've got Water Mist from Davina, Wall of Ivy from Cleona, we've got Peanut Butter Cookies from Sydney Grace, Zira from Davina, we've got Ripple from Cleona, London Fog from Davina, Break of Dawn from Shine by SD, Creamsicle from Dandelions, Jaded from Davina, Thrilled from Sydney Grace, Flare from Cleona, and then Flambe from Dandelions Co. Super happy with how this came out. All right, so I know I recorded an outro, but it does not exist, so I must not have pressed record. But that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the palette down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!